Hello, and welcome to the Forney Museum of Transportation. Thank you for joining us. Today, we are going to look at our temporary exhibit, Cadillac, the standard of the world. We have Cadillacs on display that span over 90 years. Our first Cadillac is a 1906 Model M Victoria Touring. With a one-cylinder 10-horsepower motor, this vehicle was $955 new. This 1913 5-passenger standard touring car weighs 3,760 pounds and was priced at $1,975. Cadillac's breakthrough news in 1915 was the introduction of the world's first mass-produced V8. The base price was $1,975. The 1924 Series 563 Cadillac was the first Cadillac to have front-wheel brakes. Over 35,000 Cadillacs were built and sold this year, with selling prices ranging from $3,085 to $4,600. The Series 62 was available as a club coupe or a sedan, with 2-door and 4-door convertibles introduced mid-year. Sales totaled 5,903 in its inaugural year, accounting for about 45% of Cadillac's sales. The Series 60 was the brainchild of new Cadillac manager, Nicholas Dreystadt, debuting in 1936. The total production of the 1940 Series 60 was 4,600. The Cadillac Series 61 was Cadillac's mainstream product model range. In 1941, the Series 61 returned to complement the Series 62, which was introduced in 1940, and the Series 61 replaced the LaSalle in the Cadillac pricing structure. The total production of the 1947 Cadillac Series 62 was 39,835. The 2-door Club Coupe saw the second smallest production of this series year with 7,245. This is a 1948 Cadillac Series 75 Fleetwood limousine. The Series 75 returned after the war as Cadillac's largest model. It retained most of its pre-war styling and rode on the long 136-inch wheelbase and used a distinctive body not shared with other General Motors divisions. Cadillac had taken a gamble with its first new post-war design for 1948, and it had paid off. From the broad hood to the pontoon fenders to the stubby tail fins that had been inspired by the Lockheed P-38 fighter. For 1949, the focus shifted to the big change that lay beneath the Cadillac's hood. The traditional L-head V8 had been replaced by an all-new overhead valve V8. The 1957 Cadillac Coupe de Ville was part of the Cadillac Series 62, which was produced from 1940 through 1964. The name de Ville is derived from the French de la ville, or de ville, meaning of the town. A total of 12,900 1958 Cadillac Fleetwood 60s were produced and had a factory price of $6,232. Cadillac commissioned this Fleetwood prototype from Hess and Eisenhart. This station wagon was built for the 1966 New York Auto Show. Cadillac did not have a station wagon for sale at the time. The 1967 Cadillac Fleetwood Brougham was the top, owner-driven, Cadillac, with a $6,739 base price. In 1969, de Ville was restyled in the Eldorado image. An Eldorado-like front fender treatment evolved and helped to emphasize a stronger horizontal design line. Rear quarters were extended to give the car a longer look. The 1976 Fleetwood had a factory price of $10,935. A total of 24,500 were produced this year. This 1967 Fleetwood tow truck was owned by Denver's repo man, William "Bill" Bowser. He customized a fleet of Cadillacs including this vehicle for his business, Denver Repossession Bureau Inc. This car is fitted with a black and white TV and a rotary car phone. The earliest version of a mobile phone was first created in 1946. It was called a mobile radiophone service. The Cadillac Eldorado underwent a redesign in its 8th generation that made the car bigger than ever. The 1971 Eldorado was one of the largest cars ever built by General Motors, and set the standard for long Cadillac coupes for nearly a decade. The last year of this iteration of Eldorado, touted by Cadillac as the world's most elegant personal car, was 1978. It cost $11,921 and 46,816 were made. In early 1980, General Motors commenced development of a Cadillac version of the GMJ car platform, leading to one of the shortest development programs ever undertaken by the company. Ultimately, the Cimarron's development window was confined to 10 months, and aside from modest interior changes, exterior modifications were confined to reworking the grille, adjacent composite, plastic panels and taillights. The factory base price of $13,128 and $24,534 were made. This 2002 custom Cadillac Eldorado was converted to a convertible by Coach Builders Limited. These custom bodies added $20,000 or more to the price of the vehicle, which started at $38,000. This 1958 Cadillac Series 62 Eldorado Special Convertible is one of 815 made. Factory base price was $7,500. This 1940 Series 62 is the 4-door convertible option from the previous 2-door earlier in our tour. This 1976 Fleetwood 75 limousine is decorated for the 1976 bicentennial of our nation. It's on display not only as part of our Cadillac exhibit, it's also to celebrate our nation's 250th anniversary. We thank you for joining us at the Forney Museum of Transportation in Denver, Colorado today. More information about us can be found online at forneymuseum.org.